check for a second. SBR YouTube.
No. Race so far. Alright, let me.
Alright, we are live. Fucking finally. It was taking its time, but we're finally live. And we're on to Baku for Tier 3 of the SBR, or Switchback Racing League. We have a almost full lobby with 17 out of the 20 drivers who will be competing in this time. Let me just throw in the details real quick so I can know where people are. And yeah, we're not just waiting for the first driver to go out. We'll most likely just go on board with him. But as it stands, we are hoping for a couple of people to show up here who will. And there we get an Alfa Romeo is going out, and it is a Alfa Romeo of Chaos Druid, who crashes into the wall immediately after he goes out of the pits. I have never seen that happen, but now we will have to drive the whole way around and then pit again to change his front wing. And while we wait for that, there's an Aston Martin of Leslie who will be coming out right now. Leslie 24, he has been doing very solidly this season. Honestly, I don't remember the quite numbers he has, but I'm guessing. No, I don't think I should guess. Let me just pull up the standings while we're waiting for him to cross the line. He has scored 12 points this season, and this is the 5th race of the season. And there we have Chaos Druid in the wall. But the people who are going out are Leslie. Both the Aston Martins are out, the Inferno and Leslie. The hats of Steve the Eevee. And now we're just waiting. But most people are coming out right now, as we have the Mercedes is the last person who is out right now, the T-Orient, and then there's just the rest of them backing up in the second quarter. And now we get to Leslie, who is coming around to turn 16 right now, coming down, and now we will have to go flat out with the ERS deployed and come flying past the corners now to turn 17, into 18, up 19, sorry, that was me confusing, and into 20. Now it's a flat out, the longest straight in F1, it's a 2-kilometer straight, and let's go on board with him. Going into turn 1, you want to be coming around to 130 kilometers per hour, and in third gear when you come out of the exit, it goes a little bit slowly. It could have gone a better exit, but it is anyways a very solid exit. Then at turn 2, you want to hit around 100 kilometers per hour in third gear, so you can get the best traction out of the corner. Now it's in the second DRS zone, and you go off that first DRS zone actually, into the first, going to turn 3, you want to go at 100 kilometers 2, as you did in the previous turn. In third gear, he goes in second, which works perfectly out for him as he gets very good traction out of the apex. Coming on to turn 5 and 6, it's a tricky corner to master, but let's see how well he does. He goes a little too deep, he brakes a little too late. You want to go and run 90 kilometers per hour in third gear, as most corners in this track. Now we come down to turn 7. He takes it beautifully actually, and now it's onto the tricky cat section where most people will struggle with. He goes very slowly into it, throws himself onto the curb, and you want to cut over these curves, but it doesn't quite get it as much as you would want it to. Coming down to turn 14 and now into turn 15, this is a very dangerous zone because if you go over the curb you will be sent into the wall. Coming down to turn 16, you want to brake around the 100-meter board, going around to 150 kilometers an hour in third gear, get a great apex, going to turn 17, then turn 18 up here, and then turn 19. Here is a flat out through after turn 16 as I into the 6 kilometers track, which we just got with Leslie. We'll activate the second DRS zone, and let's see how his time was right now. He sets a 41.1, The car behind him is the Haas of Stevie who pits. Then it's the Red Bull, if I can find the Red Bull. Oh, Seabird is just a 40.7 on the medium compound tire. That's a stonking lap. Then we have the yellow flag since Inferno is going slowly. And we have Godwin coming across the line with a 40.5. Got 2 tenths above Seabird as well. And then there's the Ferrari of, no, not easy level, but it's Wuban, who just has a 41.6, which is the slowest time today as of recording. And then we're on to it's Fredo, who is clearly not on a lap anymore. Quick Killer, who hasn't validated his lap and is doing some odd things at turn 17. And we have the hat of Redstone Dirt, who Quick Killer is completely blocking right now. What just happened there? Okay. Let's just ignore that for a moment. Leslie is clearly not going for an... I don't know that, but I'm guessing. But it does go 10 seconds slower than his previous lap, so I think my hunch was correct. Then it's the... Is anyone going out lap, out lap? Godwin is 10th exit and perfectly executes it. I do believe he has a front wing damage though. Comes to turn 18 and 19 here. Now we're just waiting for him to cross turn 20. He'll be flat out all the way through here. The maximum speed is 337 that has been done on this track. And you are 49% of this track on full throttle, so it's not a simple track to master, but he does a 39.9. That would have put him at the back of the pack in tier 2, but that's a hell of a lap in tier 3. And there's a Mercedes there coming across the line up at the orange. Actually, a comment, that is quite interesting. Let's just wait for the Ferrari to come crossing. There it is. Nope, movement slowing down. There's a hat there. Half an outlap. Fuck it, let's go on board with him while we're waiting for him to cross the line. This will be Steve Evie's the first lap of the session. And let's go into turn 1. We go. It's a hell of a tight corner. He goes. He got 130 km/h in third gear. He doesn't get the fast traction he would have needed, but it does land him a fairly. I can't even say fairly good. But anyways, coming into turn 3 now after the first DRS straight, he will go at 100 km/h in third gear, breaking around just after the 100-meter board, throwing himself around the curb, yep. And now it's a tricky turn 4 corner, which if you touch the curb on the right-hand side, you will be turned off. Now the hard corner will watch Leslie not make the corner very tight, and does set a faster sack to Steve the Evie. Coming on to turn 7 right now. Comes over the curve, does not invalidate it, hits it perfectly. Now into turn 8, 9, and 10 in the castle section. Could have gotten a better apex there, but it is making it work in second gear, which is quite unusual. Lightning, Pali is the commentator. I was just seeing a comment now, sorry. But Stevie the Evie is coming around to turn 16 right now, and just as a fastest second sector as well. He's absolutely flying, coming to turn 18 into 19. This is a flat out section. He has the purple sector in the first sector and the second sector. This is looking like a pole position lap at the moment. It's a 2 kilometer straight. We're just watching him go through at a 39.1, putting himself 8 tenths above the rest. And we have now way too many tire men. That's Fredo. Oh, and the Mercedes in the wall right there. Sorry, I did not notice that. I was commentating. It's SBR Bobby and Wall. Oh, SBR. Invalidation. Vantage going slowly. Redstone Drift, who just crashed our quick killer before, which we watched that happen right on live. Going to turn 15, breaking right up the 50-meter board. Oh, well, that was either a lag spike or I have no idea what else. Coming to turn 16, I say, wow, I'm not mapping numbers quite well as I used to. Into turn 17, gets a fastest second sector. This might be good enough for him to actually put it on pole. But I don't know if he can beat Steve Evie's 19-1, which would have put him in the high percentage of either from P6 to P13 in Tier 2 as it Tier P6 and Tier 2 was a 38.8. Now we watched him put a P2, but he did beat the Orient. We're waiting for somebody to come across the line. East level bot on the median combo test just goes a little too wide, but he's making it work, I guess. We're still waiting for him to just finish his time off. We are waiting. Mother wants to. Jesus, lightning. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that all out. I'm not quite sure. There's a Haas bringing out a yellow flags in sector 1. Stevie Evie out of fuel. So that sense the front row has lockout. Wait, what is? Way too deep there. I'm just judging these guys. I hate that I'm doing that. But nobody's coming around right now. It's only the Haas in the front two, and then Vantage, Freefall, Inferno have never gone out. Chaos, DNF, Bobby, and Quick Killer also. Saros on an out lap, and then we have the Haas 2 at the front with the Redstone Drive most likely going to pit, and then there's Vantage. No, Vantage, there's Garwin, I say. In the same car. But he's on his way to get try to improve his 39.89 lap, where he's trying to put it on pole, get the great exit out of turn 1. Takes turn 2 with absolute perfection. This is an amazing first 2 corners into the first gear red zone. We're literally just waiting for him to cross into turn 3 right now with general. Watch out, it's a curve, but you break it right after the 100-meter board. Lick that curve and go over this curve. He doesn't do that actually, but break it on the 50-meter board. He's staying a lot in third gear, which I'm not quite understanding. Either it's a glitch in my stream, or it's just he's keeping it in third gear. But Garwin makes a pretty tight entry, but it's still a fast sector in turn 1. Turn 1 in sector 1. We're watching him come, break around right at the 50-meter board, throw yourself up the castle section, over this curve, and then throw your back self over. You want to go over this curve. He doesn't do that, but it's still an amazing. He goes into the wall. He goes into the wall. That's if he got damage from that, I didn't see that. He does not have damage, and at least not missable damage. But he comes around into turn, and he's a 10th down on his previous lap. Not looking so bright out there for him, but there is a Mercedes of Tyrant ahead of him who might give him the slipstream he needs. Breaks the clean air. Let's watch him cross over the line. Right now he's at a 35, 36, 37. It's a 39.7. He goes 2 times quicker and goes P2. Puts it ahead of Redstone. Whoa, that is a snap of oversteer if I've ever seen one. Free fall is finally out, and there's a DNF in sector 1. Guessing it's C-Bus. Watching Sarah right now, coming around to turn, where is it, 16? 15? Down there at 16. I'm always forgetting that. Getting them confused. It's 20 corners, so you can't blame me. It's at a 17. It's not the best lap you can do, but it's around 41 seconds, so you might be putting yourself up into the P8 level, splitting those Ferraris on the medium compound tires. Well, just as the watching when he crosses the line, open the DRS zone. Nah, that is going to be tough if he's going to get a 41. It's a 42.3 and he puts himself in P10. Free fall, that's a 24.5. I didn't see if he had... No, he can improve his time. It's his first lap out. Staying as close to the wall as he possibly can. And now we're just waiting for him to cross the line. And it will be a 41.1 and he puts himself in P8. Alongside his Ferrari Red Bull teammate. Then it's the Ferrari of Taiwan who puts it at 44.4. Then it's the Alpine of Garwin who's coming into the pits. He will not get another run. And then it's the Alpha Inferno on the straight right now. Coming around to the second DRS zone. We're literally just waiting for him all the way to the line, and it will be a 41.6, putting himself in P9. That's just a very good lap from him. And now we're watching Sarah. Where was it? Free fall, not on a lap. There it is. Leslie's on an out lap. He will make it. Giovin's going slowly. Redstone. Yep. Coming to the turn 15, braking at the 50 meter board, 75 meter board. That's not a board there actually, but. What is happening? He's just going. Now it's allowing Jamie to get past. Who's on an out lap, not a flying lap, but... Yeah, Garwin is most likely out of fuel. I have no idea what he's doing. But on board with Jamie, who was at a 40.5 last time, coming on to turn 1 at 130 kilometers per hour, just like you're supposed to, going as early, upshifting through here, going around 100 kilometers per hour into turn 2. He goes in second gear to get a better traction out of the apex, but risking the wheel spin. He does not get any wheel spin, so coming around, breaking at the 100 meter board, you really don't want to go into that curve because that will upset the car. But he takes it perfectly, and also he is making this work wonders right now. Coming into turn 5 and 6, I say, he's taking it beautifully. This is a tier 2 level track. This is a perfect lap for Jamie at the moment. He almost cut the corner. It was close, but he just managed to get away with it. Goes quite slowly into the capture. Does not downshift already. Could have gotten a better apex right there. They're coming around to the final corner, and then there's Alpine there at sector 1 into the wall, or either going into the wall or going slowly. I can't see it quite right now. I wanted to see if Jamie gets a bad sector right now. It's a 7/10 up on his time. He could be putting right at P2. Nobody's beating that time of Stevie Evie at the moment, but he goes in the wall. He goes. That is gonna hurt his time a lot. Let's wait and see. That could not have helped his time, but he does cross the line as a 39.9 and does go above Leslie. The only person on the outlap is Freefall, who has way down his time at the moment and will not improve. Mantis does not set a time. Shower on the pits, move on. Freefall is the only one out, and it will most likely just drive through the pits. No, it will just drive through the line and then finish the lap. So now we're just waiting for them to finish the race. Finish the qualifying. And as it stands, Steve the Evie goes P1 with a 38.9, which is an incredible lap from him. In second is Garwin in the Williams car going 39.7, 8/10 of Steve the Evie, who will most likely just fly away with it if he keeps this pace up. Redstone in the ass is third with 39.8, 8/10 also of Stevie the Evie, but it's only 300ths of a 3,000th. I can't speak. 300ths of a second off Godwin. Tionin in the Mercedes pits a P4 with a 39.9. It's a 10th off Redstone in the Haas, but he can't have to wait for that. 9,000ths of a second is Jamie off Tyorin in the Alpha Tauri. Leslie puts a P6 with a 140. C-Bus puts it in the Repo alongside his teammate Freefall in P7 and P8. Inferno puts a P9, and the Ferrari brothers of Wuben and Easy Level bought at P10 and P11. Saro is P12, Fredo is P13, and Quick Killer did not set a time and will be P14 at the start. He did get DNF, and now we just have to wait and see if he can work his way up. He did win the Portuguese Grand Prix, and he's waiting for his second victory. He has not finished a race since that first race. So let's hope for the best. For him, at least. I'm going to grab myself a beer right now, because I have nothing else to do. Cheers. Now we're waiting for everybody to ready up at the moment, so we can get this session underway. And now we should be going onto the line, going to the formation lap. The predicted strategy is the double stop medium, soft to hard, soft to double mediums. Tion has not readied up. That could have devastating impact. And he was disqualified. This could have devastating impact on Leslie and Freefall, who will be starting right behind him if he does not start. Brody was just heating up the tire pad. Now we're waiting for them to go to the last sector.